to come up with ways to make more money. Step number one is to make more money. Now, most people spend their time with just making it and spend it. A lot of people, there's 7 steps, there's 5 steps to freedom, 7 steps to wealth. Many people just make money and they spend it all. Some people just spend it all. They're not doing the rest of the steps and they wonder why they're not getting where they need to go. Well, for most people, we need to make more money to get the funnel to go faster. And you can do that in step number one, which is to make more money. And then if you do the first 5 steps, make more money, separate it into 3 groups, give some away, automatically invest, autopilot investing, save and spend. If you do those first 5, you can survive. You can become financially free. But that's not going to get you where we need to go. We need to get you wealthy. And there's 7 steps. We got to add 2 more steps. We need to go to number 6, which is to add real estate. Most of you guys need to have real estate's everywhere. That's where most people make a lot of money. And that's where most people have their net worth because they bought a house and they were forced to pay off over a period of time. That's why most net worth is in their real estate. We want to take that small business and turn it into a large business. We want to be able to do all those things. And that's how we do it, guys. Those are the things we got to do. Multiple streams of income. We need to thrive, not just survive. Okay, we need to thrive, not survive. When I first got married with my wife 41 years ago, houses happened to be about $60,000, and I was making about $25,000 at the time. So a house was like 3x of my salary. Okay, now today it's not 3x; it's like 7x. If you own a lot of real estate, you made a fortune. We made $10 million in real estate by doing the things I'm going to teach you how we did it. And I want you to do the same thing. Now, I didn't make this stuff up. I learned from my dad. I learned from Robert Allen. I learned from people like John Childers and Wade Cook and a friend, Nick Kuhn, and bought and sold 1,100 houses. I had my own team. I had my own mentors, and I asked them a lot of questions. Now, I'm going to bring my team on, and we're going to be talking about how to make more money. Now, you got 2 funnels. Funnel number 1 is your survival one, which is the first 5 steps. We want you to be financially free. The vast majority of people in the world live paycheck to paycheck. We've got to fix that. And the reason they're living paycheck to paycheck is because they're not making enough money, and inflation is taking all their money. The cost to live, housing is ridiculous. Food, shelter is all ridiculous. We've got to make more money. We've got to get money into number 4, which is automatically investing. We're going to teach you how to do that. So there's 2 things you can do. You can come in and tell me a story of a way that you made more money, or you can be the reporter. And you're just reporting on something that you learned from somebody else. So this is our first segment. We're going to be talking about how to make more money. And so we're going to go to Kath. Kath, come on out. Tell me on somebody that you either watched, somebody you learned from, or something you did that is something you can teach about how to make more money.
Okay, thank you for the time. So what I'm gonna going to talk about is about the vegetable dealer. I watched not I asked someone who did this, and it's very interesting. So the vegetable dealer is who buy fresh vegetables from farmers or wholesale. So every morning they need to wake up early because this is need to be fresh, and it's important to our community. That's why I like it. And being a dealer, they get vegetables like what I talked to, and I asked this where they get it. They get it from one place. They need to travel early in the morning. So they will sell this bulk, like they will go to the market and like stores. So they usually they buy fresh directly from farmers early in the morning, and they will sort pack the vegetable carefully and deliver this to the local like markets. And their goal is to make sure the customer to get fresh and high quality produce. So it's easy because they will get a lot. And there is a challenges also in their vegetables because it's perishable. It's easy to spoil quickly. That's why they need to uh um early in the morning they need to get the good quality, and also there's a competition to other dealers, so they need to interview or survey the prices so it's easy to distribute. And um they must sell it quickly. But uh when the weather or transportation or the quality is good and available, it's easy to distribute in the morning. So I think this is a good business when you want to have wholesale, because it's easy to distribute. In the morning, you can sell a lot.
So there's
Yeah.
three ways to make more money,
So
Kath. There's three ways to make more money. One is get more customers. Number
yeah,
two is to get those customers to buy more. And number three is to get them to buy more often. Those are the three things you got to do. So your customer that's doing that, how many stands do they have? Do they have just one stand that they're selling from?
yeah, it's in the market.
Okay, awesome. Is there other markets around there where they could go and have another stand and create a business where they go get all this material, all this produce, and can they have a second stand that someone else is running for them?
Yeah, they can do
Okay.
that. They do that.
Okay, so if they did that, are we gonna attract more customers? Are we gonna sell more product? Okay. Number three
Yes.
is that what's unique about it is that it's all fresh. And a lot of people are selling it fresh, but is there any way that they could increase the amount that people buy when they buy? Okay, so you got to get more customers. You got to get them to buy more often, and you got to get them to buy more every time that they buy. So one of the tricks you've got to do is selling it by a bigger bulk. So you can sell one product, you can sell three products, five products. You can give them some better pricing if they will buy more. And from a business point of view, if you're going to go out and buy vegetables and stuff like that, you might as well buy from multiple groups. And then your overall is to sell a lot more customers. You got to get them to buy more often. How do you get them to come back to the stand more often? And you get them to buy more every time they do it. So part of that is duplicating your system. And that's really, when you study successful groups, that's what they do. Okay, that's pretty awesome, Kath. Pretty good. That's really great. Okay, let's go to Josh. Josh, something you've seen, something you've heard, or something you've done that's helped you make more money.
Yeah, I actually prepared the video. If it's okay, I present that video, Tom.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, give me one sec. It's about my father-in-law, Peter Caro. He's doing a lot of businesses, and I think this will help people know and how to start their own business. Okay, right here.
From humble beginnings to soaring success, this is the inspiring journey of Peter Caro, affectionately known as Dudoy to those closest to him. Born in Sultan Kudarat, Philippines in 1969, Peter's early life shaped by his parents Pablo and Clara alongside his three brothers and four sisters. Peter vividly remembers his father, Pablo, a farmer, instilling a love for hard work and industry in him and his family during challenging times. Life before the academy was a struggle for Peter. He and his family lived in a small, cramped space. He toiled as a tricycle driver, each day a grueling effort to earn a mere $2. Exhaustion was a constant companion, overshadowed only by the gnawing worry of providing for his family and securing his children's education. Limited by his junior high school education, finding stable employment seemed an insurmountable hurdle. Yet Peter's spirit remained unbroken. His determination led him to an opportunity as a janitor, a role he embraced not just as a job, but as a potential gateway to the academy. Joining the academy marked a profound turning point. It was the catalyst that propelled Peter towards a brighter future. Embracing the world of business, he discovered a path to remarkable achievement. City Art Travel and Tours, one of his ventures, blossomed into a leading travel agency within the airline industry, garnering prestigious accolades, including multiple gold awards, a testament to the transformative power of the Academy's influence. Today, Peter's aspirations for his children's education have become a reality, with them attending esteemed institutions like Brigham Young University, Hawaii, and Brigham Young University, Idaho. His heart overflows with gratitude for the Academy, the source of life-changing opportunities that empowered his growth and unlocked a future he once only dreamed of.
My name is Peter Caro. I'm from General Santos City, Philippines. I'm doing business like airline business, ticketing office. We do advertising business.
How did you begin growing your business?
So, doon sa academy, malaking tulong yun sa pag-start ko ng negosyo. Kasi unang-una, wala man talaga akong alam sa negosyo. But because of the Academy for Creating Enterprise, doon ko natutunan paano magnegosyo. And I build the business easily, and until now, still my business growing.
How has your business impacted your family and life?
Na nag-start ako ng family, I have nothing. So, wala kaming bahay na sarili. Nakitira lang kami sa kulungan ng baboy. Then yung trabaho ko, yung pajak driver. So, when I heard about the Academy for Creating Enterprise, through the help of Steve Gibson, doon ko natutunan yung paano magnegosyo. Actually, sa pagnenegosyo, hindi talaga madali. But because of the learning na natutunan namin doon sa academy, so na-build namin yung negosyo na napaka-smooth lang until now. Una-una, nakita ko naman yung potential ng travel agency business. So, doon sa travel agency, mayroon akong ticketing office. We call that yung City Art Travel and Tour. So doon sa City Art Travel and Tour, using yung natutunan ko sa academy about franchising, so doon sa negosyo ko, we got 125 franchise nationwide. So dahil doon, we become number 1 sa travel industry doon sa General Santos City. So because of that, binigyan kami ng airline ng unlimited travel. So we travel almost around the world for free because of our previous, kasi kami po yung number 1. Hit po namin yung quota na binigay nila sa amin. So that's funny because I start of nothing and then we end with something. And then because of the business na natutunan namin through the help of our mentors, Steve Gibson, we are able to send our children in a good education. It's look like a life-changing in our, para sa akin, na from nothing to something. So, malayo na po yung narating na I cannot imagine in my whole life na mangyayari sa buhay namin yung ganito. Thank you very much sa mga mentors namin, tulad kay Steve. And then today we have a new friend, Tom Painter. He's a good mentor too. We start learning about yung his Success and Money Foundation. So I'm very lucky to have a great mentor in my life. I never forget that in my whole life, that people in America helping us simple Filipino improve our lives.
What is your greatest advice to the people?
Ang ma-advise ko lang po sa mga kaibigan natin ngayon is mag-start po kayo ng maliit na negosyo. Pag lumaki yung business natin, so we will invest. Pag malaki na yung investment natin, ibalik natin doon sa business. Mas maganda talaga yung yung mag-start tayo ng negosyo. Kasi sometimes ngayon nagtrabaho tayo. And then, pag retired natin, mag-isip naman tayo kung ano yung ating gagawin negosyo. So marami po akong natutunan kay Tom kung paano mag-invest sa stocks. Sundin lang po natin yung mga steps na pinuturo sa atin, especially sa Success and Money Foundation. Malaking tulong po yan sa atin, hindi lang sa atin, pati sa ating mga anak, pati sa ating future generation. So yan lang po ang ma-advise ko sa inyo. And then, start your business today. Kung kailangan niyo po ng tulong, I'm very willing na magtulong para mag-start po kayo ng negosyo. Kaya makinig tayo sa Success and Money Foundation. Malaking tulong yan sa atin. Thank you very much.
Okay, Josh, that's pretty awesome. Now you happen to know this guy pretty well, don't you?
Yeah, he's my father-in-law, and yeah, I learned a lot from him.
Yeah. So, 3 questions. Number 1, how does he get more clients? How does he get more people to buy? How does he get more clients?
Well, that's a good question, Tom. Well, I learned from Peter that he's making a lot of connections, especially he's always opening his mouth, even though he doesn't know the person. He keeps on, sharing his testimony, sharing his thoughts about the business, and that's what you can gain from getting more people, getting more customers by reaching out to them, even though it's hard, even though it's not in your comfort zone. If you reach out to people, you'll get more clients, you get more connections, because that's one thing that you need to do in your business. You cannot start your business without talking to people, so you need to talk to people all the time.
So he probably started out with one small shop. He figured out how to do it. And then guess what he did? He duplicated the system 125 times. So now he's got 125 people using his system, and he makes money off of all of them. So the fastest way to make more money is to get other people doing your system. So make more money, get more clients. The fastest way to do that is get more people doing what you're doing. So that's step 1, to get more clients, get more people. Number 2 is to get them to buy more often. Is he doing anything kind of fun? Promotionals and stuff like that to get people to buy more often. Well, he loves to travel, and now he's really promoting the travel business. Now, he's done all kinds of businesses. This is probably one, as he's getting a little bit older, that he loves to travel. He says he's been all over the world, and so this feeds his habit of traveling. And then the third one is, how do you get them to buy more often? How do you get his people to go out and travel more often? So those are the 3 major things that you've got to do if you want to be successful. And those are the 3 things that he's done very well. Any other ideas or comments there, Josh?
Yeah, if you like to start your own business, you just need to start small. If you have any crazy ideas, list them down. Just like what Tom is always saying, if you have a lot of ideas every day, just list them down, and maybe you can go back to it and you can start from there. Try to reach out to your mentors, to your friends about your business idea, and test it out. That's one thing that I learned from the foundation, the Success and Money Foundation. We always test things out. So get info from other people about your business, about your crazy ideas, and that's one thing that you can grow. Learning more from other people. That's all from me, Tom.
Absolutely. And the more you travel, the more you see things, and the more that you can say, well, that's interesting how they did that. I wonder if I could do that with my product. Okay. That's why that's so fun. Okay, let's flip over to Ryan. Ryan, do you have somebody that you have either learned from, that you've observed, or something you've done on your own?
Yeah, I observed someone who did a great job when it comes to their business. So, well, this is actually a water spinach, or what we call kangkong in the Philippines. This is very famous, and this is a normal kangkong or regular kangkong just turned into this one, kangkong chips. So the story actually starts with this guy, the younger one. His name is Josh, but not Ledesma. Josh Mojica. Yeah, it was Josh Mojica. He was 17 years old when the story starts. He lives in the Philippines, and he actually made a very good business. So it was actually his aunt's. He got his inspiration from his aunt's recipe for fried kangkong, or wet, not water spinach, and from his grandfather's advice to start a small business. And so his motivation, Tom, was just to be able to buy a high-end laptop for school, because during the time his family couldn't afford it. So he looked for ways to earn money. And so that's where the story starts. He started, he founded his business in 2021, and um, his initial capital was only 3,000 pesos that he borrowed from his mom. And so he began frying kangkong, or water spinach, manually with the help of his friends. And so his first customers was his friends, families, and neighbors. And he named his business Kangkong Chips Original, or KCO. And so within 6 months, take note of the time when he founded his business. It was in 2021. And so it was just like pandemic. And so within 6 months, Josh was already earning enough money, right, to support his family, and he was able to buy the laptop that he dreamed of. And his product actually stood out in the market because, of course, we know potato corner, we know French fries and other stuff, right? But this one is new, and so it kind of dominated the market. That's why he was able to expand his sales as well through social media marketing, and then he was able to gain attention from local what do you call it, consumers, like that. And then by 2023, he actually became a recognized what do you call it, the youngest millionaire in the Philippines. And so his business, Kangkong Chips Original, became a recognized Filipino snack brand in the Philippines. And of course, their the main kind of office is in the Philippines. It's in Cavite. So I think the lesson that we can learn from that is, um, we can start small, but we need to always dream big. Remember, he just started with 3,000 pesos that he borrowed from his mom. And so now the business is really big already. And another thing that I learned from this experience is, we need to adapt to whatever is available locally. We need to make the most out of it. So in their place, water spinach or kangkong is actually available, and so he had an idea how to, kind of turn it to something that will be uh, patronized by many consumers. So he became successful in doing that. And another thing, the last thing, I think, is we can um, utilize social media. Josh online presence helped him to market his product quickly. So that's very impressive. And so now, it was reported in 2025 he's worth 50 to 80 million pesos, and one of the richest guy in the Philippines, youngest millionaire in the Philippines. And I think, Tom, that's just so inspiring.
So, three questions. Number one, is there any way that he can get more clients? Just
Yeah.
think outside the box. I mean, what are his secrets to get more clients?
Well, while you were asking that question, Tom, I remembered the book that I read. It says there, amateur salesman sells product, but a professional salesman sells solution. And so I think the reason why he became successful is because he was able to sell solution to people in the Philippines. During the time 2021, people are bored. They can't even go out because it's, pandemic. And so, water spinach is new, and they wanted to try it, and it became famous. And he had more customers. He gained more customers by doing that. So you offer a solution, you sell a solution, and you will gain more customers.
Okay, so do people want to buy a drill, or do they need something to make a hole?
What do you mean by
the
that?
hole. They want the hole. They're not trying to find the drill. What they want is the hole, right?
Yeah.
So all right. So that's one question. Number two is, how does he get people to buy more or more often?
Well, number one,
any little tricks that he's using to get them to buy more often?
in the beginning of his story, it was really, well, I wouldn't say he was really lucky. He was just really fortunate because it was something new, and so it was hype on the social media, and many people just really wanted to try it, and so it was unique. Imagine just a normal vegetables can be something that is very delicious, can be enjoyable to enjoy with your family. So I think that is what attracted more customers, and they wanted to buy more.
Okay, what's a trick that he's using to get them to buy more when they buy?
Well, the trick, well, I
Does he
don't know
sell them,
more.
does he sell them? Does he sell them in packages? Does he get a big discount if you buy a bigger package? Can you buy one, get one free? Is there anything that you've seen that he's, oh, that's cool. That's how we did that.
Well, I am not sure about that, but yeah, probably, right? But um, yeah, so I think it's more of the price of the product itself. It's affordable, and it's new, it's worth a try, and I think that what pushed the customers to try it.
So there's always three questions when you're looking at a business. How do they get customers? How do they get them to buy? And how do they get them to buy? How do they get them to buy more often? And how do they get them to buy more every time they buy? Okay, that's an awesome one. Thank you so much, Ryan. And again, this doesn't have to be your story. It just has to be a story of somebody that you've seen of how they've done it. Okay, Ethan, did you have one?
Yeah, I've just got a little short, really short 15-second clip I wanted to play from Tony Robbins. He did his big event this last week and it was really great. So just wanted to show a little clip of something he talked about kind of leading up to it and as part of the event. Make sure you guys can hear my sound here. Zoom's closing. There we go.
So many people have great philosophical understanding, but they don't execute. And I'm a big believer that knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. Execution dwarfs and trumps knowledge every day of the week. So many people have great philosophical.
That's it. Just super short, but I think it's just along with everything we're talking about in the Success Money Foundation and also with business in general. And Tom's always talking about this. You can learn all day you want. It's fun. Learning is great, but it's all about action. If you spend all day learning about business today, that's awesome. You're going to have fun. You're going to learn some stuff. But if you spend an hour learning and then go spend an hour actually doing something, you're going to get a whole lot further, even if you don't know what you're doing yet. And then you keep learning along the way. So I think that's really important. Sometimes I get caught up like, oh, I need to know the exact right way to do this. I need to build the perfect website first. I need to do it. It's like, no, you just need to start doing something, learn the first step, then do it, then learn the next step, then do it. Don't get caught up learning 10 steps and then not doing anything. So I think that can be helpful wherever you're at. If you're going to start a business or if you're already in a business, just action. It's all about action.
So let me talk to you about my friend Tony Robbins, since you just showed his video. I've known Tony for a long time. He and I are about the same age. We're a couple of years apart, and their office was just 7-8 blocks from our offices. And I used to go flying with him in his helicopter, but he taught me something very interesting. When he got started, he had a mentor by the name of Jim Rohn. And he went to work with Jim because A, he wanted to learn what Jim was teaching. B, he wanted to be in proximity of successful people. And even though he didn't make very much money when he got started, he wanted to hang out with people that were doing it, part of his network, part of his mastermind. And so he learned an awful lot from Jim Rohn. And then he started doing some of his own events, and he rented a really nice hotel right by the Los Angeles airport, had a whole bunch of seats. I don't remember how many seats he had in there. He ran some advertising, and he thought he was going to have hundreds and hundreds of people, and a handful showed up. He didn't care. He says, I'm going to go give these people, whoever they are, the best presentation that I can. And he went full out and did it. And then he learned, he says, well, you know what? Most people, to be really proficient at speaking, need to speak like 50 times. And they do it once a month, and it takes them 4 years. He says, I'm going to get 50 speeches in 6 months or less. It might even be 90 days. Let's say it was 5 months. Well, that means I got to speak 10 times this month. And he got the repetitions in there, and he just did something, even if it was just okay. He jumped out and did it and made it work. And so now he started doing more and more events. So first question, how do you get more customers? Well, he started doing more and more events. That's the first thing he did. Number two is his events got bigger. And he started with 10 people, and 20 people, 50 people, 100 people, 200 people. And then a massive problem happened when COVID came. Now, he was doing massive groups with 7, 8, 9, 10,000 people in them. Sometimes he's up in some big stadiums, even bigger than that. But then COVID hit. Here's a problem. Everybody's staying home. So instead of saying, well, I can't do these events anymore, what do I do? And he shifted to do an online webinar. And he says, I don't want to do online webinar. I want people in front of me. I want this to be a great event. And then he found out something. He says, well, you know what? I can touch more people. I can expand my reach by 100-fold, 200-fold, 1,000-fold, because now I can teach everybody anywhere in the world at the same time. And I heard he spent $20 million to build this incredible studio so that he could do what he wanted to do and be able to reach people all over the world. And he just finished a 4-day class, and I think he's had over 1 million people watch at least one of those days or sections of those days. And so that's how he makes more money. And that's how he gets his influence out there. And that's how he teaches more people. And he has a whole bunch of online media that he does, and people are learning. He's reaching them in different ways. So number one, how does he get more clients? Number two is, how does he get them to buy more often? Well, number one, he's constantly out there with different products and things like that people can buy. And he gives away a lot of stuff for free. And then a percentage of those people say, I love what I learned. I want to go the next step. And so that's where he comes in with getting people to buy more and to buy more often. And then the next one is, well, I'm going to take a small percentage of those people and I'm going to get them to buy more. And so he started some of his other programs that are even more in depth. He's got one program where I think it's $1 million a year to join, which is kind of crazy, but it's working for him. So every time you watch somebody, ask 3 questions. How do you get more clients? How do you get them to buy more often? And how do you get them to buy more when they buy? Okay, thanks, Ethan. That was pretty awesome. Okay, let's see. Did we do Daryl yet? Daryl, have you got one?
Yeah, sure. Let's have one.
Hit me, bud.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any slides yet, but this is what I just witnessed earlier in our school. Some of my students sell me what we call the achara. So for those of you who haven't know what achara is a Filipino dish made from, pickled green papaya. And it's usually served as a side dish or condiment, especially with fried or grilled food. Okay, so that's achara is. And these students came to me, and they asked me if I want to buy an achara. And this is the actual achara that I bought earlier for $3. Now, what I'm first thinking is, it is not possible for anyone, to sell something and make money out of it. Now, the question is this product was made by the students? Actually, no. Right? Actually, no. I was fascinated that they were able to make more money using someone's product. So if we'll go back to that someone, they manufactured it, they created it, and use these students, it's a win-win situation. They use these students so that these students, if they sold some of these products, they can earn. And for the manufacturer, they use their networks, they're probably not only the students, but other people to expand their network and make more clients. And I am one of their client, and I just bought this Chara earlier in our school today. So making money doesn't mean that you have to doesn't always mean that you have to create or manufacture your own, but you can always do a consignment, ask someone, and tell them to sell their products, and upon selling those products, then you are earning money without any capital or what. And they are having more customers. Okay, they're having more customers because they're expanding their networks. And I'm one of their customer now, because I just bought this $3 condiment or delicacy. So I think that's my piece, Tom.
Okay, how do they get more clients? How do they get them to buy more? And how do they get them to buy more often?
Well, first of all, how do they get more clients or customers? By expanding the people that can sell. For example, these students know a lot of teachers, and I'm one of those teachers, and I'm just one of the teachers who bought this $3 achara. And not only the students, but they also have their neighbors, they also have their friends who are working for these companies, and most likely this manufacturer asked these people to distribute this product and get more customers. And this is great. This is a delicacy, and I can say that it tastes really great. And that's how they can get more products. That's how they can get more customers, by expanding their networks. And just a consignment. They don't have to do anything. They just have to offer it to someone, and that someone bought it, then they're earning money. It's a win-win situation for both of the manufacturer and for those people around them selling their products.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, guys. And again, when we talk about this, I want you to be asking yourself 3 questions. Anytime you see something, how do they do what they do is always kind of a fun thing overall, how they do what they do. Number 2 is, how do they get more clients? How do they get more people in their world? Second question, how do you get them to buy more often? What are the little tricks that they're doing to get people to buy more often? Number 3 is, how do you get them to buy more? How do you get them to buy more every time you do it? And now that you're asking those 3 questions, anytime you see something, you go, that's how they're getting them to buy more. Okay, that's how you get them to buy more. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to be right back with the 25 ways to